Hello and welcome. Today we'll be cooking a traditional Tanzanian recipe, coconut bean soup. Why Tanzania, you might ask? Well, one, this country is near and dear to my heart, and I will actually be visiting and volunteering there this summer, and any chance I can get to learn more about this amazing country, I will take gladly. And for two, this country, along with most of the continent of Africa, face the strong issue of food insecurity. Food insecurity is a very serious issue, and it's actually most commonly mistaken for hunger, but they're not the same thing. There are approximately 1 billion undernourished people in the world, and 90% of those are chronically food insecure. Food security is defined as people who at all times have both physical and economic access to sufficient food to meet their dietary needs for a productive and healthy life. This is according to the Food and Agricultural Organization, also known as FAO. Okay, for our ingredients today, we have olive oil, chopped onion, chopped green pepper, a spice mixture with salt, pepper, curry powder, some softened butter, some chopped tomatoes, some kidney beans with the liquid in, water, cooked rice, and coconut milk. Okay, to start, we're going to go to our large saucepan, and we are going to put some olive oil in, that on a low heat, and put our onions in. Next, we're going to add our green peppers, our chopped tomatoes, our spice mixture, and our butter. And we're just going to add them to the softened onions that we have right now. Get those spices in there. And once we add all of these ingredients, then we are going to let this simmer for 2 minutes. Give it a little stir. The three basic pillars of food security are food availability, access to food, and food utilization. Food availability is achieved when sufficient quantities of safe and nutritious food are constantly available to the individuals within a country. Access to food depends on the ability of nations to generate sufficient foreign exchange to finance food imports to satisfy the people of their country, and the ability of households to generate an income that is necessary to purchase foods that they desire. So essentially, access to food is a lot more economic. Food utilization includes the proper biological use of food that is required in a diet and provides sufficient energy and essential nutrients. And also this includes portable water and adequate sanitation included in the diet. For one to be food secure, all these things must be working together in harmony. This is why it is so important for an economy to have a working agricultural system so they can give their people healthy, nutritious food to eat. Okay, next we're going to add the kidney beans, the water, and the coconut milk to our mixture. And then add the water. And then give that a good stir. Agriculture is the leading economic sector for Tanzania, and over 80% of the population living in rural areas depends mainly on agriculture for their livelihood. The country has lots of abundant unutilized land, where out of 44 million hectares and suitable for agriculture, only 23% are under cultivation. And the farms that are cultivated are not well managed. A majority of the work goes without any instruction, and things are commonly done incorrectly or unsafely. Another reason food security is such an important topic for Tanzania specifically is that the country Tanzania is off track of the World Food Summit's target for food security projected in 2018. So, compared to the other countries on the continent of Africa, Tanzania is actually doing worse than the majority of them. Okay, next we're going to stir in our cooked rice. Oh no. You may have noticed that this recipe actually has no meat in it, and that's actually not a coincidence. And meat is very rarely consumed in Tanzania. Because their GNI, gross national income, is so low, their demand for high-priced meat is very, very low. So now you just gotta stir it a little bit, heat it for a couple minutes, and then it is all ready to go into a bowl and be served. In Tanzanian culture, the meals are prepared by the mother and the daughter. In some groups, it is illegal for men to step foot into the kitchen. The food is served first to the men in one large bowl and passed to the person on the left. In Tanzanian culture, passing to the right is bad luck, and food is always passed to the left. While food security is not an issue that can be fixed overnight, and it does not have a simple solution, I hope you have all learned a little bit more about food security through my presentation.